Welcome to English Dose. Today, we're focusing on English pronunciation, a skill that impacts how clearly you're understood. Why do you believe pronunciation is often overlooked, despite its importance?
Thanks for having me. Pronunciation can be underestimated because learners sometimes prioritize vocabulary or grammar. However, even with perfect grammar, unclear pronunciation can hinder communication and confidence in real-world situations.
That's true. I've seen students with advanced grammar struggle to make themselves understood. So, would you say that clarity trumps having a native-like accent?
Absolutely. Research supports that listeners value clarity over accent. A 2019 Cambridge study found 78% of employers prefer clear, understandable speech to native-like accents, especially in multicultural workplaces.
Let's transition to the critical first step: listening. How does active listening shape pronunciation improvement for learners?
Active listening helps you internalize the rhythms and sounds of English. Like babies who absorb language through listening before speaking, adults can benefit from immersing themselves in native content.
So, would you recommend specific resources or methods for effective listening practice?
Definitely. Podcasts, audiobooks, and movies expose learners to diverse accents and contexts. Shadowing repeating after a speaker trains your brain and mouth to mimic natural intonation and stress patterns.
That's a great tip. Subtitles can also help bridge the gap between what you hear and read, right?
Correct. Subtitles let you connect spoken sounds to written forms, which is vital when dealing with silent letters or irregular pronunciations in English.
Moving forward, let's delve into the sounds themselves. English is notorious for tricky sound show. Can learners tackle these effectively?
Learning the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA, is a game changer. It visually represents each sound so you know exactly how to pronounce words, even if their spelling is confusing.
Some listeners might find the IPA intimidating. Are there beginner-friendly ways to start with it?
Certainly. Begin with minimal pairs like bit versus beat. Pronunciation apps such as Elsa Speak or Forvo also use IPA symbols and audio samples, making practice interactive and less daunting.
Consistent daily practice, even 5 minutes, can make those difficult sounds much easier over time. Let's expand on minimal pairs. Why are they so effective in sharpening pronunciation skills?
Minimal pairs highlight subtle sound contrasts that change meaning, like cat and cut. Training with these pairs improves your ear and tongue for distinctions that might not exist in your native language.
Can you suggest a practice routine for minimal pairs?
Sure. Create lists of minimal pairs and record yourself saying each one. Compare your recordings to native samples, noting which sounds are most challenging for you.
That's a practical, measurable approach. Over time, even small improvements in these sounds can prevent misunderstandings. Now, pronunciation is more than just sounds. Let's talk about stress. How does word and sentence stress impact comprehension?
English uses stress to distinguish meaning. For example, record is a noun and record is a verb. Missing stress can make your speech sound robotic or hard to follow.
What are some strategies learners can use to master stress patterns?
Listening for stress in native speech, then practicing by repeating sentences works well. Recording yourself and comparing helps identify areas needing adjustment.
So, stress isn't just decorative, it's essential for natural, effective communication. Let's transition to intonation, the rise and fall of your voice. How does it affect listener understanding?
Intonation conveys emotion, intention, and even grammar. For instance, raising your voice at the end signals a question, while lowering it marks a statement. Misplaced intonation can lead to confusion or unintended meanings.
Are there cultural differences in intonation patterns that learners should be aware of?
Absolutely. English intonation can differ sharply from other languages. For example, some languages use a flat tone, making English's melodic intonation feel unnatural at first. Practice with real speech samples is key.
Technology has revolutionized language learning. What are some standout digital tools for pronunciation practice today?
Apps like Elsa Speak use AI to give instant feedback on your pronunciation, highlighting specific sounds you need to improve. Forvo provides native recordings of words from around the world, while Youglish lets you hear words in real sentences.
Can technology fully replace practicing with real people, or is it best used as a supplement?
It's most effective as a supplement. Apps provide convenient, on-demand practice, but real conversations offer unpredictability and emotional nuance that software can't yet replicate.
Let's talk about making pronunciation a daily habit. Why is speaking out loud so crucial, even when learning alone?
Speaking out loud exercises the muscles in your mouth, tongue, and lips just like athletes train specific muscle groups. Silent practice won't build the muscle memory needed for accurate pronunciation.
What are some creative ways to practice speaking when you don't have a conversation partner?
Read short texts aloud, mimic news anchors, or narrate your daily routine in English. Recording yourself and playing it back is invaluable for self-assessment and motivation.
Many learners feel anxious about mispronouncing words. How can they overcome this fear and stay motivated?
Remind yourself that mistakes are part of learning. Studies show listeners are generally patient and appreciative of effort. Joining language exchanges or supportive online groups can also help you build confidence gradually.
Would you recommend focusing on being understood rather than perfection?
Exactly. Aim for clear communication, not flawless accent. Over time, practice will naturally refine your pronunciation, but clarity should always be the priority.
As we wrap up, how can learners track their progress and stay patient through the ups and downs of pronunciation practice?
Set realistic goals and record periodic voice samples to measure improvement. Celebrate small wins like mastering a difficult sound. Remember, pronunciation skills grow gradually and persistence is more important than perfection.
That's a great reminder. Consistency and self-reflection are just as vital as technique.
Absolutely. And never forget being understood and confident is far more valuable than sounding exactly like a native speaker.